What do you say, hockey fans? Ben Horner of the ECAC here, welcoming you to another great season of ECAC Northeast action. With a new season upon us, we caught up with the league's head coaches to get their expectations for the coming campaign, as well as hear their thoughts on what players new and returning might make an impact in 2015-16. We also asked them to share their thoughts on how their teams match up with the other teams in the league. Here's what they had to say. Becker enters this season with a sense of optimism for the future. The Hawks boast a roster that contains 17 freshmen who will look to make their mark on the ECAC Northeast as head coach Steve Lohr looks to lead Becker back to the postseason in 2015-16. Curry College comes into the new season looking to improve upon a solid showing from 14-15. Last year, the Colonels reached the ECAC Northeast semifinal before being upended by Nichols. With a strong core of returning players and a solid freshman class, head coach TJ Manisterski will have sights set on a successful 2015-16.
Here with ECAC men's ice hockey head coach RJ Tolan, getting ready for the 2015-16 season. Coach, just what are your expectations for this upcoming season?
I think first of all, I think I speak for every person involved. We're unbelievably thankful for what our administration, from our president down, our alumni, every person involved with the ECAC community, the ECAC hockey program has done to get the program to where it is. And I feel like I'm so fortunate and thankful every day to be able to come here and try to have the program take the next step. I think kind of leading that into the expectations with so many freshmen, really my expectations are that they're like the most polite guys that make people's lives better around our community, and at the same time they're like junkyard dogs trying to put a program on the map. Those are really my expectations, and I feel like if they do those things, we'll reach our ceiling as a group, whatever that is, and it's fun to chase that and raise that ceiling every day.
With that, can we talk about your team? You highlight your forwards, defensemen, and your goalies.
To be honest, they're really they've done a great job so far. They've been great kids. We've had 4 or 5 practices. They're really all the same to me, to be honest. None of them have played a college game, and I think they're going to have to work every day to give me somebody to say, hey, he got it done, and this is a special guy that's competed at this level. I don't think we've even scratched the surface, where to me they're really, like I said, they're all the same right now. Just people like.
Your home opener on November 7th against Suffolk. Can you just talk about your schedule and what you guys are looking forward to this season?
I think we really look forward to waking up and coming down here every day, and we're really looking forward to competing at the NCAA level and being better than anyone would expect a first-year program could be.
And last question, just talk about the rink and how it's been to have a home facility right here on campus.
Considering myself personally, I can speak for really coaching out of the back of my truck in a van and a school bus for 4 or 5 years. I think more than anybody, I really, like I said at the start of the interview, appreciate what people have done and the opportunity we have, and I try to convey that to the guys, and what our president and school has done to provide us with this facility, I think, is amazing for our community, and just to bring people together and have some fun and get after it down here.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck this year.
Thank you.
Johnson and Wales head coach Eric Nowak. Coach, talk about preseason, how practices are going so far.
Well, I think the guys came in pretty ready to play. They did some pretty thorough off-season conditioning. And, our first week has been productive. We've gone through all the system stuff. I've been impressed with the new players. So all positives from our end so far.
New players, you say, are impressive. Who's been sticking out for you?
I think they're all doing their own thing in their own way right now. And up front we've got a few guys that I think are really going to help. Obviously, one of our weaknesses last year was scoring goals. So I think some of the freshmen coming in are going to be relied upon to play big minutes for us and to put the puck in the net. So we have a few I think that'll fit that role, and we've got some guys they're going to fill in some depth positions as well. But we're looking forward to kind of seeing how that's all going to play out.
Newcomers are coming along. How about the returners? Who's been really catching your eye in practice so far?
Yeah, I think our back end with Joey and Ned again, and some of our defensemen are coming ready to play. Even some of the defensemen that maybe didn't log big minutes last year have been impressive in the first week, and it's opened up some eyes. So I like where we're at defensively right now. I think the guys are pretty serious this year about what we're trying to accomplish. So I think the veterans are showing some leadership and came in ready to go, and it's translated into a pretty good week of practice.
Great. Well, we're looking forward to the start of the season.
Thank you.
Being new, it's obviously a little bit of a transition, and we're trying to figure out what kind of team we're going to have and things like that. But obviously, Coach Swallow did a fantastic job here, kind of creating a culture and really building this program. And coming off back-to-back conference championships, I mean that's kind of the goal going in, and to continue to improve on that. We're just going to really focus on the process, one game at a time, and not be too far-sighted and think too far down the road. We're just going to try to take care of business every day, get better in practice, and then win as many hockey games as we can, and just play the game the right way. So that's kind of what we're looking for. And being new, just trying to get to know the guys a little bit and what we have, and see what kind of product we're going to have on the ice. I think the biggest thing is we have some leadership. A guy like Frank Butler, who scored 20 goals last year, and he's going to be our team captain, and Tyler Beasley and Paul Prescott, they've had a really good career here at Nichols. They all have. And on the back end, we have Steve Lacey and Rob Belger and Mike Parnell, and a lot of younger guys too, who maybe didn't play a lot of games last year but are ready to fill the void of some of the guys that have left. And then when you have an All-American goalie returning, as a new coach, that never hurts. We're excited to have Larson back, and we expect big things. We don't want to put the pressure on him too much. He doesn't have to recreate anything from last year statistically or anything. All we ask of him is just give us a chance to win every night, and I think he does that, and that's kind of what we expect from him. In terms of new guys, I think again I was able to see a lot of them play in juniors, and I actually recruited a few of them out to St. Thomas, and I was excited when I took the Nichols job that they were going to be here. I think we're going to probably have 6-7 freshmen who can step in and contribute right away, and I think at the collegiate level, everybody transitions at a different time and a different pace, and some guys it takes till Christmas time, and some guys it takes the entire year. So I don't know where they're going to fit, right off the bat, but I think all 7 of them that we're going to have are going to be good college hockey players at some point, and hopefully it's sooner rather than later, but we'll see. The tough part in Division III hockey is when you have the West and you have the East, you don't have a ton of crossover. So to be quite honest, I haven't seen a lot of the teams. I know that there's a lot of parity in this league, and with Endicott coming in, they're only going to improve that. I mean, they have a fantastic recruiting class, and they're going to be good right off the bat. They're going to make that jump quick, and Johnson and Wales is strong. They have good coaching there, like you said, Salvi. Good coaching there, good talent, and everybody. I mean, it's hockey, and it's college hockey, so anybody can win on any given night. And we're not going to look past anybody. But again, we're just going to prepare for the next game and try to be 1-0 on that day, and then win or lose, we'll prepare for the next one and try to be 1-0 on that day. So I guess it doesn't really matter who we play. We're just going to try to maintain our focus, and then not too high, not too low, and just kind of focus on the process and just continue to get better every day. That's kind of the goal here.
For us, I mean, the expectations are to be back in the finals again. I think our guys have had a lot of experience of getting there. I think they're hungry right now, and they've come in great shape, the best shape I've ever had a team come in into the season starting. And they've worked hard so far the first few days of practice, and we look forward to being there at the end again and finishing it off. Yeah, last year we graduated some obviously exceptional players that helped us build the tradition here to get Salve hockey back where it belongs, and there's returners coming back that are going to fill those voids, that'll step up and help us, and also the experience of them being to the finals, I think, again, is going to help us to get back there and be a little bit more successful this year. I like our chances. Obviously, we have a lot of good opponents in our league. I think if we bring our best game and play the way we're capable of and don't take things for granted, I think we'll be very successful this year. I'm biased because they're my guys, but I believe that this is the best team we've had here. They're very close. They're ready to go after it. They're excited.
We have high expectations for this season. You know, we've been in the middle of the pack the last 2 years. I think we got a good returning senior class, and we're hoping this year to get a whole playoff game. Well, with us, it all starts in net with senior Brandon Smolarek. He's a 2-time All-Star in the conference, and we think if Brandon has a good year, we'll have a good year. Up front, Justin Selleck and Daniel will be big players for us, as also Stanton Turner and Simon Leahy. They both had big years last year, and we expect them to do the same this year. We're excited about the group that we brought in. It's a large group, but we think we brought in some skill. Justin Holiday will help us right away. Tommy Bishop will help us right away. I think Connor Perrant will fight for a spot on the roster. So won't Nick Motion. So those are the guys up front. You add Sean Henry, Connor's brother, to the mix on the back end with Sam Kent, the transfer from New England College. We have another transfer from UMass Dartmouth. Spencer Joyce, I think he'll help us right away. And then we have some other defensemen who we brought in. Mikhail Bryan is going to help our power play very much. We're known for one thing, and that's work. I mean, I think we can outwork a lot of teams. And I think when teams play us, they know they're going to work every night. So we may not be as skilled as the top clubs, but we'll all work with giving us an opportunity.
Wentworth enters the 2015-16 campaign looking to better its 5th place showing from last season. The Wentworth roster features 21 freshman or sophomore players as the Leopards look to lay the groundwork for future success under second-year head coach Jay Pecora.
We're going to be young. We have 18 freshmen that are eligible for the lineup every night. We lost a big class, so while I think our depth is going to be much better than it was last year and in previous seasons, I also think that we're going to have a lot of learning. When you lose a class that experienced, you clearly lose some things, especially systematically and defensively, but we really like our incoming class and our returners, and we think that replacing the 2 leading scorers in the aggregate will be something that we can do. I think everybody strives for a championship, and that'll be the same thing here. We're playing to win every game, and hopefully we come together as a group, a young group with some great leadership in our returning classes, and are able to compete for a championship at the end of the season.